Hello, Jelizaveta, can you hear me?
Yes, hi. Hello, Jan. Can you hear me too?
I can hear you, and you can hear me?
Yes, yes, it all works.
Okay,
Great.
good.
Hi there.
Hello. Welcome,
Like-
welcome to the webinar, to our external guests who are already here, some of them. So we'll start sharp at 10. So hi, Kaisa, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Any questions or anything I should know before starting?
No, I think it's fine. We'll just hope that
I just-
people are joining. So
Yeah.
so we'll see. Yeah, we had
Yeah.
51 registrations. So
Yeah, let's hope the best. Will this be recorded? Oh,
yes,
it's already recording.
already recorded. Yes, I'm recording it. Yes.
Okay. I just updated my slides a little bit this morning, so but they probably are online, so it's not a problem.
Yeah, they're all here. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, let's wait for people to join then.
Yeah.
Then we'll start. Okay, welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us today. I see people are still coming in, so I hope we'll have a good audience today. We prepared a lot for the second webinar. So this is a webinar focusing on circular economy education. Thank you everyone who was with us last time when we discussed fix and repair cases across Europe. So this time we'll be diving into e-course that provides different materials and tools to help participants apply circular economy principles. And we'll also look into swap events. But before we begin, a few things to mention. So please keep your mic muted if you're not speaking. If you would like to ask a question, then our chat is always there, available at any time. Or you can also raise your hand virtually during Q&A. Also please note that this webinar, similarly to the first one, is recorded, and we will have a YouTube recording after some time. So you are all free to share this recording with your colleagues. So let's begin with looking into agenda. So my name is Jelizaveta, and Jaana will be also presenting TREASoURcE. I'm Jelizaveta from TalTech, so Jaana is from Østfold County, Norway. And we'll make a short introduction, after which we'll have two sessions. So first session, as I already mentioned, is focusing on Enlightened consumer course led by Kaisa. And we'll look into replications. Part of TREASoURcE project is dealing with replication of practices that TREASoURcE is implementing. So we'll look into two presentations by our Norwegian colleague and Estonian colleague, how EliCo could be replicated and at what stage the course is now in those countries. So this would be the first session, and the second session we'll look into swap events, as I mentioned. So to say, education in practice. So we'll look into how to organize the swap events from a very practical point of view. What were the challenges, lessons learned, and again we'll look into different countries. Jaana from Finland will be presenting, and Teele from Estonia, and Jaana also from Norway. A little bit about our speakers. Yes, as already mentioned, I am from TalTech, Estonia. Jelizaveta will be your session host today, and Jaana is my co-moderator and also VP2 leader in TREASoURcE project. Then Kaisa will be talking about the online course, and Teele about the toy swap. We also have Magdalena from Fredrikstad, also a bit about the replication of EliCo Enlightened consumer course. Maris, thank you very much for also being here, an external presenter to this project. So Maris is program coordinator at EcoSchools and Tartu Loodusmaja. Anna from Fredrikstad will be also presenting swap box pilot from Norway. And Jaana from Tampere will be presenting toy swap experience. So thank you very much, all the speakers who are here and who actually prepared a lot to do the presentations. I'm really glad they're here, and let's hope we'll have all an interesting workshop. So please be very open. I encourage everyone to ask questions and maybe just leave comments too. And so it's a very open atmosphere that we have here. Okay, but I think we can proceed now, Jan, with a short introduction about TREASoURcE. So the ones who already heard something about the project, so excuse us for repetition, but it is necessary as to understand in the framework of which project we conduct this webinar. Yes, please. You're muted.
Okay.
Okay.
Welcome, everyone. My name is Jan Bakke. I'm the project manager for TREASoURcE in the Østfold County administration in southeastern Norway. I give you a brief introduction to TREASoURcE. Next. TREASoURcE, the Treasure in Resources, is a EU-funded Horizon project, parts of this connected to the Circular Cities and Regions initiative, and has a duration of 4 years, starting in June 2022 and ending in May 2026. It has a total budget of 9.9 million euro and a consortium of 15 partners and 1 affiliated entity. The coordinator is the research and development partner in Finland, VTT. And here you can see a list of the different partners involved in the project. The main demonstrations areas for the TREASoURcE solutions are in Norway, southeastern Norway, in the Tampere and Helsinki regions in Finland, and also in Denmark. And the main replication areas being in Tallinn and Tartu and Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, Poland, and northern Germany. Next. So TREASoURcE aims to initiate systemic changes and do so by both developing technologies and systemic circular economy solutions in cities and regions for 3 major key value chains. And these are underutilized or unused plastic waste, end-of-life electric vehicle batteries for energy storage, and bio-based side and waste streams. And by implementing these solutions together with companies and societies and experts in the field, we are expecting to significantly increase the product and material circulation in the Nordic and Baltic Sea regions. TREASoURcE has 3 main specific objectives. First, to demonstrate the environmental, social, economic, and political impacts of the systemic circular economy solutions for plastics, batteries, and bio-based side and waste streams in the Nordics. Then, replicated and locally tailored systemic circular economy solutions in the Baltics and Poland and beyond. And number 3, to provide inclusive and just transition to circular economy for all, supported by a high-level cooperation with all the relevant stakeholders in the regions. Next. So the systemic circular economy solutions of TREASoURcE integrate 2 main elements. The key value chain demonstrations for circular plastics, circular batteries, and bio-based side and waste streams, and the stakeholder engagement demonstrations. And these systemic solutions address major challenges for applying circular economy beyond just resource management and recovery. These solutions address both economic, social, and environmental dimensions of a transition to circular economy. And this includes both science, technology, and governance components. Next. So the stakeholder engagement in TREASoURcE has an aim to facilitate both circular economy collaboration, circular economy innovation, and circular economy solutions. In the stakeholder engagement work, we are both learning from the perspectives and positions of the different stakeholders in the regions, and also increasing their capacity to implement circular economy in the regions on different levels. The methods we are using is providing 5 parallel stakeholder engagement demonstration kinds, targeting consumers, citizens and local communities, businesses, procurers, and event organizers and funders. Citizens and local communities are an important stakeholder, parts of stakeholder group in this work. And in TREASoURcE, we are engaging both public bodies, citizens, schools, and small and medium enterprises to innovate new repair and reuse concepts for the key value chains of circular plastics, bio-based side and waste streams, and end-of-life electric vehicle batteries. Today, you'll hear specifically focus on different solutions and models for CE training and education, and reuse solutions. Thank you for your attention.
Yes, thank you very much, Jan, for this quick introduction. So indeed, these 2 webinars are in the framework of VP2, Stakeholder Engagement Practices. And now, Kaisa, so please, this is your, the floor is yours. We are very much eager to listen to the Enlightened consumer course. So please tell me when you want to change the slide and
Yes.
upload to that, okay?
Yeah. Yes. Thank you for opportunity to present this EliCo concept, what we have done during the project. So I can shortly, next please. I can shortly speak. My name is Kaisa Sibelius, and I'm coming from the Forum Virium Helsinki, which is the non-profit innovation company owned by the city of Helsinki, and we have a primary focus areas where we are mainly working with our smart city and smart mobility and data. However, sustainability and circular economy are topics that are covering all of these nowadays. So we get that kind of financial support from the city, but addition to that, our main revenue comes from, or the money comes from, the EU project or other publicly funded projects. Next, please. So, and about that enlightened consumer, what is that? So first we were thinking that what that could be, what does mean the enlightened consumer, which was mentioned in the project documents, and in the end we decided to create or have a 2-step innovation competition where we in the first round we identified the need and a committed partner who would be who had willing to maintain the service also after the project. And we ended up to work with the rehabilitation work activities and disabled services in the city of Helsinki. And together with them, we launched a call for the innovators or companies, the suppliers who could execute and create us to that course, which name or that topic would be that recycling know-how for the customers of these 2 units. And also one very important element was that we wanted something that can be replicated and also be transferable for the future. Next, please. And then when we had decided or selected the service provider, we defined together with them that the focus and scope of the pilot. And there was the learn that we wanted to help the users to learn the basic of the recycling, which mean that we selected 8 of the most typical types of waste which were presented and explained. We also want to strengthen the participation and agency of the society of the clients, and then also on top of that, in addition, to also develop and give the ability for them to learn about digitality and skills related on that, because they have these persons, these customers are unemployed persons who doesn't maybe have some difficulties to get a new job and so on. So, for example, different kind of health issues or so on. So next, please. So, and shortly, here is our development team. In addition, for me, we had representatives from the city of Helsinki, and then these 3 persons from in the right side were those who were creating the concept with those service providers that we selected. And in total, we had approximately 40 people involved in this development process, because we had workshops where we invited in the end users and also the personnel from these Helsinki units. So next, please. And behind this work, we decided to use these 2 pedagogical approaches and to ensure that that content creation will be there are that kind of background, pedagogical background, which these activities were based on. So, and we wanted to ensure that this learning for this very versatile target group was possible. So there was from Bloom's taxonomy and narrative pedagogy, which are those very good for this purpose. Next, please. And what we got. This is the result from our workshop and development process. So Recycling Master, it's an online course for people with special needs, and it teaches recycling skills to people who are often overlooked when recycling information is created, because as there are a lot of information available, but maybe not always in suitable form for these persons, and we also wanted that this service were using plain language and prefer learning methods other than reading. So and this avatar in this picture is one of that, also the creation of this workshop. So this is the guide who is presenting and going through this whole course set of days and materials, so that kind of explaining what's coming and what does that recycling means in practice. Next, please. So, and here is a screenshot from the city's course. It's made in Moodle platform, because Helsinki has selected that platform for their use. So that was the reason why we used Moodle in this case. And the course was divided in 4 days, which there was also 4 sessions in each day, and they were divided into those sections were approximately 15 minutes per each, and so it was quite extensive amount of material, 16 hours in total. So we can move on, and you can see in the next slides that which kind of topics were divided in each and put in each day. There are those waste streams. You can recognize those figures here from those figures, but and addition to that, there was also each day were ended in the test session, and also that final test as well in the last session in the 4th day. But also there was some sessions where they were talking about how the sustainability and recycling in more general level for those in addition to these very strict materials. And this course content is based on guidelines provided by the City of Helsinki's waste management company. So it was which cover whole county of Uusimaa. So next, please. And here a few words about those sessions, or it's very included on. So in the testing sessions, there were selected few types of activities from this Moodle quite extensive portfolio. So there was a quiz and something hands-on activities to, for example, that they got a task to fold and bio-waste bag from the newspaper, and also learning journal where they were reflecting the what they had to learn or challenges or insights from their personal perspective. And next one is about that what kind of learning sessions, what they were also divided in 3 different kind of topics or its course consisted of those sessions, and they were always same kind of structure. So first they were familiarizing themselves to the topic with that avatar guide. Then there was some kind of activity, or for example, gamified map activity was one of those types of things, and something practical as well. So they were, for example, in this example, they were checking at home that from some plastic bottle that what kind of code is there, and what's is it then recyclable or not. So very practical ones. And here from what was the, as I mentioned, we wanted to have something which is suitable for special learners. So we asked, and that the requirements in the beginning were that it have to be there have to be some gamification elements, visual, accessible, and plain text, but also suitable for self-study, and the length of the course is based on that requirements of in unemployment benefits, because this is official part of the so that rehabilitative active services program. So they will get the benefits from based on that they have passed the course. And here are some numbers, how much content was created in the end. So approximately 80 pages of text, 160 images, 200 videos, and 36 learning sessions in total, 12 sessions of tests, and we used 12 different Moodle activity types as well. And as mentioned already, that approximately 16 hours of materials in total. And next, please. So, and you will hear next that how those local versions look like, and the process from there. But in general, we decided that we will do that together with the same company and same developers, and they were able to then utilize the materials quite easily. And first, the process was that first we presented the current concept and assessments of the interest in localization with the Tartu and Fredrikstad, then planning the localization and ensuring the preconditions locally, and the third element is that support and guide for the practical implementation of that work. And then we started that work in January this year with a kickoff session, and then with the two versions and reviews and sparring sessions between those, together with the cities and the Fredrikstad and Tartu. And in the end, those pilots were finalized and also available locally. And then a few words about that element. What we see are the main, the most important parts of that. If you want to localize and replicate something, is that there are roles. There have to be an ownership of that course. There have to be a local content creation and also understanding and knowledge about local recycling practices, and also the scoping the local implementation, that objectives and target groups are defined, and if possible the co-creation with the end users and staff members. They will be then committed to that results as well. And then also that support that content creation and implementation with a pedagogical way and resources, and then decide and what's the platform where these materials is used. And then of course long-term process development is important if you want to keep that alive and available also later. So maintenance and further development of the course have to be defined and decided. So, and what next? How we will proceed? So next, please. So I will share actually that the link to this existing recycling master course, which is in Finnish. I will put it on the chat, but next we will create a new version and then create the content so that way that it's easy to use in any kind of anybody without any Moodle registrations or anything like that. So that's what we are now looking for, that the tenders for that. And the content will also be divided into shorter sections, because then it can be easily used, for example, more independently, and also, for example, at schools, because this materials is also suitable for school children in the elementary schools. And also we are looking for and planning to have English versions for the international use. And the materials what we are now doing in Finland will be also freely available in the Finnish National Agency of Education's platform, for the open material platform. So that was my side. I hope that I was in time. So thank you.
Yes.
Any questions
Yes,
from your side?
Yeah. Thank you very much, Kaisa, for this insightful presentation. I'm actually thinking to myself that I'm really happy that we have in TREASoURcE created something that is that we know is useful already in other countries. So we'll look into that into Norway and Estonia. But before we go, there's one question. I do not know if you can take this now or maybe with your partners later on. It's a bit specific. So the question is about the taxonomy of Bloom. So can you tell a little bit more how exactly applied the taxonomy of Bloom in the online training course on recycling? So
well, I don't know how how exactly I can explain it or how shortly, but the idea was that because this Bloom's taxonomy started from that first you learn something, you remember it, and when you go to the ladders up, then you have a more independent role, and you understand a little more how you say that you can implement and that the knowledge you have received, and those exercises were also for that purpose, that you will get the more information, and then in the practice you can start to use it in your everyday life. And the narrative part was, of course, that there are that kind of fun, interesting things and ways to share the information for this audience. So maybe not the best pedagogical answer, but anyway, they were thinking that these elements need to be there, and because those service providers are pedagogical persons, they are teachers in the background, so they understand that how important that kind of things are to get very coherent and versatile outcome from that work.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. So anything else? Nothing in the chat. So are there hands up? No. So I think it's thank you, Kaisa. Now let's go to replications. I think it's even I think it's similarly important to listen to replications.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
Magdalena, you're here.
Yes, I'm here. I'm ready.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, and now I can see you. Yes. Okay. Thank you very much for being here. Now let's see about the let's listen to the replication journey. Yes, of Norway. Yes.
Thank you,
Please.
Jelizaveta. Hello, everyone. My name is Magdalena Edvardsen. I am a special advisor in Fredrikstad Municipality, and I will present how we replicated the EliCo course in Fredrikstad. We can start from some facts about Fredrikstad and Norway in general, because Norway is one of the countries where the waste generation is among the highest in Europe, unfortunately. We are struggling with that in Fredrikstad as well. And Fredrikstad is a growing Norwegian city with the population around 86,000, and it's 1 hour south from Oslo, as you can see on the map. We have already some initiatives how to involve our citizens in the recycling and circular economy, and one of the initiatives is to be a part of the TREASoURcE project. And the EliCo course is helping us in this goals to increase the recycling in the municipality. I will next tell you a bit about our motivation, and the biggest motivation and how to say inspiration, I can say, was the statistic about the food waste and loss in Fredrikstad Municipality. You can see the two charts, and the first one is the content of residual waste without source separation of food waste. So this is how the residual waste look like in our municipality before we introduce the separate waste bin for food waste. So before it was 42% of residual waste was food waste. And the second graph is after we introduced the separation of food waste with the special, this separated bin to the food waste. And as you can see, it decreases only by 10%. So it's 30% of the residual waste in the municipality, approximately are food waste, and we are not happy about this result. And this is why we decided that we will focus on food waste in our EliCo replication. Okay, next. Yeah, so as I said, we developed the course with focus on food waste, and here are some other factors that we chose. Language, we chose Norwegian, and there are many reasons for that. First is, of course, that when you replicate the course in a country which is not English-speaking country, in the first language is not English, then Norwegian or the native language is, of course, the best way to engage citizens. So this is the obvious answer, but the other answer is that we tested some AI solutions with Norwegian AI speaking avatar in Norwegian, and it was not good enough. I'm not with Norwegian myself, so it's a bit difficult to judge, but native Norwegian colleagues said that the AI generated language speakers, they are not good enough in Norwegian. So that's why we choose actually the person who talked Norwegian in the course. Avatars, there was many discussion which avatar we are going to choose, but we landed on animated person. As you can see, this is the developing of this animated person, first version from the left, and the second in the middle, and the third version is the final version that we chose. It was generated by the digital tool called Hygen. You can use this free of charge to generate the avatars. So this is what we choose. We can move on a bit about the target group, because we needed to choose a bit more specific target group in developing our course, and we chose young adults. I mean by around 18 to 35 years old. This is our group, and the reasons for that we were thinking that this group is more they are setting up their first homes, like they are buying their homes and setting up families. So to learn them new routines about the recycling and waste separation is the good idea. They are still very welcoming new routines, and we notice also that this is the age where you care about the. It sounds a bit. If I say this is the age where you care about the environment, it's not exactly what I mean. But they are growing up in this environment focus, and they are often very more like open for new environmental. Solutions. So this was the other reason. They can spread the good habits to the partners and roommates and even families. And we focus also that maybe the women are especially like in charge of household routines. So we were thinking especially about young women. And early adaptation of proper waste sorting reduces recycling contamination, and this is very important as well. We can move. Yes, adaptation process. About the structure of the course and visuals, Kaisa presented the original plan how the EliCo could look like when it's completely finished, but our pilot was focusing on food waste, and we decided to make it short first to test how it would work in our municipality. So the course is short, 18 slides, and it contains information, some quiz questions, and practical exercises. And pictures are on pictures like we took ourselves, and AI generated visuals. We can go next. About the partners, except the partners from Finland that introduced the EliCo course for us, we also collaborated with local organizations connected to our municipality. Among others, Østfold Waste Sorting. They are specializing in local sorting systems and waste flows. TREASoURcE is our waste management company, which is responsible for treatment of waste and processes. Our municipality technical department are responsible for regulations and infrastructure for physical collecting of the waste. So we were very close collaborating with this department. And of course, our communication advisors, which were very, very important in developing the content, how to engage citizens and this user-friendly content. So all the factors that I told you about the language, about the avatar, all our choices were actually based on their experience. If we go next, I don't know how much time I should use on Moodle to describe it, because Kaisa done that already, but I think Moodle is very good platform for exactly this purpose, because it's open. We don't have any login, so you can go straight from the link to the course, which I think increases the participation, because people don't like all these passwords and registrations. So it's very open, it's very flexible, it's very intuitive. I didn't have to take many hours learning how to do that. We had this introduction from Finland, and we could do this ourselves right after this introduction, so it was very easy. And has a lot of these options about the online exercises or interactive exercises. It's very good as well. Yes, next. Some words about the time schedule. We started in March 2025 with this replication course from Finland. And next was content development here before summer in the municipality. After summer, we started developing the implementation of the course in the Moodle platform. We had some internal testing first in our municipality employees. They comment on the course. And now from November, December, we are collecting the answers from pilot with the citizens. And final implementation, we will start on the beginning of 2026. This is how we are going to spread the course through the municipal channels. And I know it looks very long, but things takes time in municipalities very often. It doesn't have to be like that. So I'm sure you could do it shorter, but municipality requires approvals in many levels. So that's why it took a bit of time as well. Okay, about this testing period I told you about, we are now still in the testing period, and we have collected approximately 100 participants and 100 answers to our questions about what do you think about the course? Do you like the length and quality and all these questions? 100 participants has answered on that. On the chart, you can see the answers. I'm sorry, it's Norwegian, but the green one answer is very good. The blue one is good. And the yellow is neither, like they couldn't decide. So, but we collected some answers from the participants, the good and what could be better. And what I noticed in the answers, many are a bit there are many answers that the avatar was good, and there are many answers that it could be better with the real person. So I noticed that they cannot decide. Like, it's very difficult to decide what is better, but because we are getting both answers. But some other good answers were that the combination of videos and tasks, these exercises, was very good. Having a real person speaking in the video, not AI character speaking, was very good. And this pedagogical and calm explanations of everything, including biogas and composting, was good. What could be better? More quizzes, quiz questions. People like to be a bit engaged in interactive exercise. More information about other types of recycling, not only food waste. And this is what we are, of course, going to do. But we just focus on food waste first because this is our priority. But we are planning to start developing the course in plastics as well. And the last could be better answer was there are many slides, which is fine, but I guess some people might drop off. Maybe include a visual summary of the most important points would be good. And I think this is good advice. Maybe we will have some summary at the end. But you know, in other hand, the purpose of the course is that you are going through the course, not just reading the last slide with the summary. So we have to decide about that. I think it was last slide in the presentation, and I was actually thinking to show you some the slides of the course in action, how to say, because this is the most maybe interesting part. So if you, Jelizaveta, can stop, I will share my screen.
Yes, yes, please do. Let's still have time, so let's look into real
Can you
time
see?
course. Yes.
Can you see my screen? Yes, I share also sound, so you are about to hear the course, but it's in Norwegian. Remember about that. I will show you the first.
Velkommen til kurs om matavfall. Her skal du få lære litt om hva matavfall hvordan det skal sorteres, og hva som skjer med det etter at du har sortert det ut. Underveis i kurset får du noen spørsmål og oppgaver som du må løse. Lykke til!
Okay, this is how it looks like, the sound and the movement of the avatar. The videos are quite short, no more than 2 minutes, I think. And we here, for example, we are presenting what is the difference between the food waste and the food loss, how to say. And like this exercise is interactive, and you have to choose what is the food waste and what is the food loss. So, for example, this is food waste. This is what you cannot eat when you are finished eating this. You will not eat the bones, for example. But food loss in our definition is this what could be eaten, but for some reason. And now I will do the wrong. This is this cheese should be actually on this side. And here you can check as well. So you can see what you did wrong. And this is the option of the exercise in the Moodle. So I done only pictures myself, but all the options how to do this exercise is in the Moodle. So it's very nice. I don't know how much time I have, so I will go through this very fast. We are talking about the regulations in municipality, about the how high is the fee for waste in the municipality and how it influences. This is nice questions. It's about how long can the bus drive on the one small bag of the food waste. I'm not sure if somebody knows from our participants. Does somebody want to answer this? It's 50 meters, 200 meters, or 150 meters? What do you think, if somebody is brave to answer that? What is the right answer? I cannot hear you, so
no one. Okay,
no,
maybe I
no
can.
one.
I can try. I can try.
Okay.
The middle. Let's take the middle to 150.
Yeah. 150. Okay.
Okay.
Nope.
No.
It's 250 meters there.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. You can try again. Okay, so here we talk more about how we collect waste in the municipality, about the bag we are providing. There is another interactive exercise, and here the different is what can be thrown in the food waste and what cannot be, what is not food waste. So, for example, cigarettes, are there food waste or not? Of course not. But like plants in the pot, this is a bit often a bit confusing. Is it a food waste or not? Because we are eating basilicum, but it's let's try to put this here. We will see what is the result. And here there are 2 tea bags, and the one is from the paper, and the other one is from. It says it's the tea bag from nylon. Is the textile. So it's a bit different here. And let's put this here and this here. I will do this fast. I don't know how much time I have left.
We have still like a couple of minutes, so it's fine.
Okay. This is quite fun. Now we check what is, yeah. So in the municipality, there is not allowed to put plants in the food waste. So this is wrong. Diaper is not food waste. And this tea bag from textile is not food waste. You cannot throw it there. But the one here from the paper could be as a food waste. And this is food waste, and this is food waste. Should be on the another side. And cigarette is not, so it's on the right side. Okay, last slide is about thank you for that you participated, and you can give us feedback here. So it's linked to the survey. Okay, thank you. That's everything from my side.
Thank you very much, Magdalena. I think that was very, very interesting. Yes, to look into this course, and some things were like interesting for me too. Even though like I'm not a super expert, but I think it's great still to update your knowledge all the time. So we have something in the chat. Maybe I'll take this very quickly, and then we'll go to Estonian experience. Not for people to wait a long time. So Sari asks, do I understand it correct that this is a replication of the course developed for Finland, but in the Norwegian language? So yes, this is the one, but as Magdalena already explained, with a lot of adaptations, right?
Yeah. So we adapted the whole idea, how the course is structured, created. We adapted the technical solutions, but we decided to focus on food waste because this is our priority now, to increase the food waste sorting. So this was the reason.
Yeah, and then how did you organize the evaluation of this course during the test group? So survey, interview, questions implemented in the course. Yeah.
As you could see, the last slide included the link to the survey. So in the survey we had 3 or 4 questions. It's about the rating of the course, like was it good, bad, what do you think, and open questions, what could be better. Yeah, and we have some lottery as well at the end, that when you are participating in the course you can win the prize. So this is give us our you can give the email to us and we will have a lottery at the end. So this is maybe something to recommend as well.
Yeah. Okay, we have to move forward. Thank you very much, Magdalena.
Thank you.
I hope you can stay until we finish this session, right?
I can stay, yes.
Okay, thank you. So Maris is here. Maris is external expert from the project. So thank you very much, Maris, for taking your time and yes, putting your efforts and resources into this presentation. So Maris, please, the floor is yours, and you can tell me when to switch the slide.
Yes, thank you. It's my pleasure to be here and share my actions and thoughts regarding to this project and course. And it's been really really like interesting and eye-opening journey, and lots of like idea change. So I'm really learned many new things myself. So thank you for the partners. And next slide, since you made really nice introduction already. So I am from Tartu Environmental Education Center, and the project partner is Tartu City Government, and we do lots of cooperation with Tartu City in Tartu Environmental Education Center. We have a visitor center, hobby school, adult training center. So we organize lots of like public events regarding to environmental awareness. We do lots of trainings to citizens. We have done different like information materials, videos, exhibitions. So it's quite common to have partnership with environmental awareness topics with Tartu City. So they turn to us, and since myself, I am the coordinator of EcoSchools network in Estonia. EcoSchools, this is an international network in more than 100 countries. And in Estonia, we have more than 240 kindergartens and schools. And all the time we were really like looking forward for the options to give them like study materials and to ease their work in environmental and nature topics with different campaigns and materials and links and so on. So that's how we started our cooperation, and I really like the idea. Maybe next slide, because if a school wants to be an eco school, meaning they take this environmental awareness in their as one of their main values, and then they start to organize school life and also curricula according to this value. And in eco schools they have like 12 themes that they can focus on in every school year, and as you can see, litter and waste are one of them, and this is usually one of the first things that the school or kindergarten starts to organize, because it's very necessary, of course. It's we have like regulations that say you have to do it, and you know, this is something you can do right away without like lots of money projects and so on. So when the idea of this course came, we said yes, this is really nice option, because like these sorting waste and circular economy themes have been like really actual many years, but still we hear so many that there are so many doubts and also quite many materials and sources for the information, but for the teachers it's quite hard to like prepare the lesson, which information like is this the last one, and how you put it in a practice and so on. And in these pictures maybe you can see that if a school starts to like deal with litter or waste, then they organize the sorting stations in schools, and then they do different actions. There are pictures how kids like clean their like their community area, and then they do different swaps and games and so on. But yeah, it's not enough to just open the sorting station, but it's really important that you teach children and also teachers how to use them properly. And actually, one of our main focus would be how to reduce waste, which is always the first step. This yellow one is just an example of one of our campaigns that we already do and which is very popular. This is a digital waste thing, like reducing your digital waste. So we felt this course would fit in our agenda really nicely. Next slide, please. So we specified the target group, and we're thinking of students from 7th to 9th grade. They have quite good digital skills already, and I think they need something. With the smaller ones you can make more games, but with the older ones, then you need to be really innovative to attract them and to offer them something new and in their own language. So we focused on, of course, reducing waste, sorting waste, and the whole idea as circular economy. So we divided all these waste, what we don't call it actually waste, but we divided all the materials. So we explained the whole life cycle of all the materials. Length of the course is varying little still regarding to feedback, but right now we have 9 chapters. Here you can see that they are quite similar to Finnish version. We chose everything, but yeah, we didn't we wasn't aware how big this course is gonna grow, but we're thinking that every chapter should be available or done during one school lesson, which is 45 minutes. And we also made it as an open course. We also thought that if we say to teachers that they have to make an account and password and then start to explain it to students, then it might be little turn off, or they just don't have time maybe. So we wanted to be as teacher friendly as possible. So we always kept in mind how teachers would use this course. And here you can see our avatar, who is a teenage girl, maybe about 15 years old. We also use this hygiene and inserted parameters to have this girl, and I really like her. When we had this brainstorm, then we anyway have teacher in class, so this this avatar is like a classmate who also learns with the students. She's not this super smart, but just developing with the students. And at first the idea of the avatar wasn't very didn't get very warm welcome from my colleagues, because and maybe some feedback, like maybe it's like a robot, or we have so many digital things anyway in our lives. But when we found this this girl who is actually inspired by Norwegian avatars, although they are not similar at all, but for me it was an inspiration to see Norwegian avatar. So we created Anna, but also this AI version of English Estonian language was not still very real. We had more this robot effect with a voice, so we also recorded it with same age, like real girl. But it was so much easier not to film these clips, but just to add the voice. So this was definitely a new thing for me and for many of my colleagues, and like a good new knowledge and skill. Next, please. Here I just put up some screenshots from tasks. Yes, these are also in Estonian, but how we structured this course, because this course is for the students, but we needed to provide the information for the teachers as well. So every chapter starts with teacher materials, where we explain the importance of this topic, the regulations in Estonia, also added materials of circular economy, the fresh data about the situation in Estonia. We also offer discussion questions before and after the lesson. And this is the teacher material. And for the students, we created slideshows. Also, the teacher presents the slideshows. So lots of material to help the teacher, and the idea is that they go through the slides in the class, but the tasks or these lessons are for their personal completing the tasks. So we right now we have the plan that in a big screen the teacher presents the slideshow, and if there is time for the task or this quiz or test, then every student can switch to their digital device. And it's been working through the piloting process. But we have done many many changes how this should work. And right now teachers have said to us that they would like to collect the feedback from students' answers, so we need to solve this as well. But I really like the Moodle options. Here are it's possible to relate these tasks to their everyday life. We use lots of photo material. In the left you can see there is a lesson where you have to put things in a paper and cardboard bin, which is right and which are not, and on the right one you can see a test. And what I really love about the Moodle is that you can explain the right and wrong answers. So if you answer correctly, then there's an explanation why it was correct, and when it was wrong, then it allows also the explanation why did you pick wrong, and then you can do it again. And actually I find it one of the most useful things in Moodle. Actually, there are others as well, but this is what has got the most like good feedback from the teachers, and also different like interactive things like this map lesson. This creates like a really nice like a hub or a classroom, virtual classroom. And we were also thinking that we have students have many like these project days or e-learning days. So this course is also something that the teacher can give to students to study themselves. And thank you, Magdalena, for the really great idea about this food waste and food leftovers, because this bio waste thing is also very hot topic here, and you cannot like talk about bio waste without saying that just don't waste food. It's not a bio waste, but just, you know, there are so many steps you have to do before then to have this like a waste. Okay, next slide, please. Yeah, there has been already slides describing the cooperation process, and I have to say that it has taken much more time for me, especially because, you know, I can see the places to improve, and I can see the possibilities this Moodle creates. So you know, it's something that you just want to put effort on to get it like perfect, and as lots of teachers have said that they really need this kind of material. So right now we are already in this like experts on action where we have gotten feedback and also little like modify the not so much the like the texts or the tasks, but how to like present this course to teachers, that this would be like really comfortable to use for them. And of course, if we make some changes, then we have to make like change what this maybe avatar girl says, and you know, it's quite like this you know, much effort from me and my colleagues, but yeah, it gets better. Next, please. If anybody wants to ask something, but you know, numbers maybe not the most important right now, but yeah, we have introduced this in the first step, or like this first piloting. We introduced this to our like friend teachers who like tested this without students, and just gave feedback point of view of teachers, and we presented this in our EcoSchool network seminar, where more than 50 teachers heard about it. And when we asked how much of you would use it, then more than 20 gave us thumbs up that they really need it. And then we had like a really public seminar during the Start to Education Festival, where also teachers participated, and we also presented this course and as an opportunity to teach this waste topic. And what they like about it is, of course, the innovation and the visuals, which are very important, and all these Moodle tests, because our students, they use lots of devices, and if they can like they even compared it a little bit with computer games. You know, this gamification part is really important and really innovative, and it works with our students. Okay, next one. I think I have had my time already. I think this is like the last one, but of course there are many challenges we face, like teachers' digital skills, and also the time that they need to like make it clear to themselves and then to teach students. But as it's already said, this Moodle is really like intuitive, so maybe for the students, especially with the tasks, they like already know what to do, but we really need to, for teachers to like they would understand this idea of this course completely, and then they can go on in classes. And also this teacher time management, and also something regarding to curricula, in which lessons you have this course, and yes, this local variation in waste management. As I said, we have spent lots of time creating the content, because even in Estonia it depends a little bit. They differ between municipalities and which kind of sorting systems are available, and so on. So teacher still have to like make sure which applies to their area. Okay, next one. Yeah, so that was really quick, and I hope I gave a short overview of what we have done.
Yes, you definitely did. Thank you very much, Maris. It was full of valuable perspectives, and for me, and I hope for the audience too. We still have time for some questions. Okay, Jan is also raising his hand. Please, Jan.
Yeah, thank you very much for a very interesting presentation, Maris. I was wondering about this sort of more the possibility for the teachers to add some perhaps local or area specific features or information to the course. Do the teachers get some kind of online resources also for more information to use to tailor some of the course material here?
So sorry, I
was thinking about
the
last part where you were talking about the more sort of area specific or local or regional varieties, and you said that teachers could add information. Are there also in the course then plans or included some kind of online information resources where teacher can find information to tailor the course? Yeah,
I did forget to mention that we also have homework in every chapter. So there are some things that the students can find out themselves. For example, where to take their like used clothes in their own area, and we also have quite many like extra materials with videos, and if they want to have to spend more time with some topics, for example this textile and fast fashion and all this, then we in every chapter we also have like extra materials, and we have linked so many like local municipality information as possible, but actually this information is not hard to find, since every municipality have something at their homepage as well. But yeah, so Did I answer you, or?
You did. Very helpful. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks. Anyone else? No. I think there's nothing in the chats. From my perspective, it was really interesting to listen to both of you, even though I'm inside the project. But I learned that we actually have like 3 different target groups at the moment. So we have Finnish people with learning challenges, so to say. Then we have 7th to 9th grade pupils, right, in Estonia, and then we have a larger group in Norway. So it's really nice that you can actually adapt to your own needs. And I think like the takeaways here is that you do not just copy paste, and maybe that is logical and obvious, but still you take this as a base, something that someone has done, right? In our case in Finland, and then you adapt it to the maximum to your needs, and you do not start from zero in this respect, but you still start from some point that is pretty far from the so to say final point, as we see that in Magdalena's case it was 9 months, right? So at least 9 months, and now we're still going. In Estonia, we still also have this timing approximately the same, and we're still in the process. So someone wants to replicate something like this, or to initiate something like this, just maybe the takeaway is that you take your time for that. Yes.
Yeah, I can comment on this adjustment, how to adjust the EliCo course to the own municipality or own country. I think the most very important issue is this cultural change, how to say, because we read the script from Finland, and we were thinking actually Norwegian people will be a bit how to say, they will react in different way on the script. So we had to write in our own way how we communicate these issues and how to make Norwegian engage. And it was a bit cultural changes we had to make, not big one, but some adjustment in the script, how you communicate with people, how to, how positive you are to the things. This kind of things you have to remember as well when engaging in different countries.
Yeah, thank you for this comment. Yes, Kaisa, you wanted to add something?
Yeah, I would like to highlight, and this is, I think this is so nice to see how well this has went, and how engaged the Fredrikstad and Tartu Nature School has been to implement this. But I would like to highlight the point that there have to be somebody who is engaged on that work. Otherwise, it wouldn't be happened, because now I suppose that you have need for that kind of service and material. So that's also very important, that it's not only that for the project, it's for you, and that's starting point, as you, Jelizaveta, said. That
yes, definitely
the work will continue.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Exactly. Yes. Thank you very much for this session. We'll have to continue. Yes, Magdalena, then bye-bye to you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. Bye.
We still have another session upcoming. So, and we're a bit behind the schedule, but I think it should be all fine. So, we'll talk about swap events, and they are not they're not less interesting. So again, we'll talk about the concept that was implemented in Finland, and then Teele will talk about the replication in Estonia. So swap events, from my perspective, are real practice of circular economy. And again, here we can engage different target groups. So I will not talk more. So please, Jaana, are you here?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay, great. Please, the floor is yours.
Thank you. So I'm Jaana Koivisto, and I'm a project manager in TREASoURcE in EKOF from Tampere region, Finland. And now I tell you about our toy swap. And actually, our first toy swap was about 3 years ago, and the second one was last weekend. So I have this very at this moment, this feedback from there to tell you. So a few words about EKO-kumppanit or EKO-fellows in English. So we are situated in Tampere, Finland, and we are owned by a local waste management company in the Pirkanmaa region, Pirkanmaa Waste Management Company, and then by the city of Tampere and also Tampere Energy Company. We are a non-profit expert organization, and we provide a wide range of services for sustainable development, and we do a lot of projects, and we have been also in this TREASoURcE project. The next, yes. So here is a little bit about the context, why we organize the toy swap. We decided to organize the first toy swap event in December 2022, right at the start of the TREASoURcE project. And actually, the reason why we had this idea was because we, in EKO-fellows, we are having this big clothing swap event every year in about September or October. So it was a little bit example for us. It's very popular event. We have the thousands of participants in this clothing swap event. So when we started the TREASoURcE work, we thought that it would be great to have some kind of swap also with the plastic equipment. So the one of the objectives in TREASoURcE project has been to increase the circular economy of plastics. And as you know, the toys are mostly made of plastic. And the aim of our first toy swap event was to raise awareness of reuse of plastics and rethink this use of plastics to minimize the waste from plastics, and also to educate and increase awareness to accept circular products, and also to give the circular products as a gift, as a Christmas gift. Our target group for the event were citizens, especially families, parents, grandparents, and other people who have children as the closest ones. And there you can see our first event's advertisement. So we have then, it says we have the children's toys, plays, and hobby. We also had some hobby equipment here included. And because this event was near Christmas, it was actually in December, we wanted to show that Christmas gift can also be recycled. So you can go to the next slide. So how does that event works? This is what we borrowed from the big clothing swap. So you can bring your own, not anymore necessary toys, unwanted toys and games to toy swap if they are in clean and good condition. As we know, some toys are for children who are in particular age, so children are growing very fast. So the toys, they can be in very good condition because the children play with them only 1 or 2 years, and after that they are a little bit too old for that kind of toys. And in exchange from the event, you will receive exchange vouchers that you can use to find treasures in the toy exchange area. And the event always have included also inspiring side program for the target group. So there's no money changing in the event, and actually the people won't change these toys from one person to another. There are always these vouchers there. So in this violet box, you can see what kind of rules we have. You get 1 exchange ticket or voucher for 1 toy, maximum 5 per person. There's no limit to the number of toys and games you can bring to the event, but you can get only 5 from vouchers from them. And you can use your exchange vouchers to find new toys, new games in the Toy Swap event area. We had also the books there. And all purchases are paid for at the checkout with these exchange vouchers. So no money there either. 1 toy or 1 game or 1 book costs 1 exchange voucher. We actually had some very small toys also that we did get from the event, but we put them to the small plastic bags so that the one who is getting these small toys, he or she would have a little bit more than only 1 small figure or something like that. But you can use a maximum of 5 exchange vouchers at a time in a checkout. And I think this is very good way to do this swapping by the vouchers, because then there's no need to bring something if people do not have anything. So this is a little bit also social sustainability, because if there are people who cannot afford to buy any presents for their children, so they can come here and have also vouchers from our event. Each one could have 2 vouchers, even though they don't have any toys to bring. So you can go to the next slide. As I mentioned, we had also these side programs. In our first Toy Swap, we had a little seminar about what is circular economy, what are circular plastics, and renting and shared services from EKOF, because we have that kind of web page where you can find these renting services. And also we had from the association Martat, we had one person telling about sustainable Christmas practices. This year, last weekend, we had in our event, we had the repair services arena. So if someone would have a broken toy at home that needs a little bit repairing, we had this toy and plastic repair shop, Huomenta Muovi, who did a toy repairing point there, where you can bring all, the people could bring all kinds of toys to repair, soft toys, plastic toys, wooden toys, or battery operated toys. This is a business, small business. This person is doing that kind of thing. You can find her from the internet by the name if you want to hear more. So you can go to the next slide. So the first event in December 2022 was attended by around 300 people. Hundreds of toys changed owners, and it was a surprise that the toys brought to the event for exchange were in remarkably good condition. So it was very surprising. Only 1 20-liter bag of toys had to be disposed as energy waste. We had some slightly damaged toys, but we donated them to art schools as materials, and we only ended up with 1 medium size box of these, so it was very little amount of them. And 1 van load of toys in good condition was left over from the event. It was quite much, but they were donated to the charity organization Hope, which wanted to donate them to low-income families after the event. So there's feedback from 2022. A wonderful low threshold event. Good that toys were added during the event and that amount of toys were limited. Also, there could be more selections of toys, but idea will be expanded when word about it will spread. However, when there was not so many things on the table, it was easier to take less. And that's very important because we want to make people think that do they need it or not. And also there was a feedback that more communication and marketing was needed, but the concept was good. It was a little bit hard to remember where to bring the toys and when to pick up them. This was our first feedback in a nutshell. But we had our next event last weekend. There was also one event from Pirkanmaa Welfare Organization last year, but the toys that they wanted to collect were new, so they wanted to have some new toys only there. The second toys was last Saturday, and we had also the collection of the toys on Friday, last Friday. And we learned from the feedback we received the first time around. So we invested much more to marketing and actually changed the venue so that it would be more easy to people to find. And also we did in the marketing, we said that you can bring the toys all the day to the event so that the people do not have a need to come at the beginning of the event. So we actually succeeded this year because we had around only 50, a little bit more than 50 people at one time there. And the whole event from 10 o'clock to 3 o'clock, we had all the day people coming and going. So it was very good. And actually we had much less toys to took to charity this year after the event. And I think this is actually good because we want to make the changing of the toys happened in this event. So there you can see our this year's advertising. So you can go to the next slide. A little bit challenges and lessons learned. When planning this kind of event for the first time, it is difficult to predict how many toys will be donated and how many visitors will attend the main event. It's very, very difficult to somehow predict. The venue must be easily accessible and also easy to find. Communication and event marketing are very important. And it is a good idea to hire plenty of staff for the event, better too many than too few. It is said in next sentences, but we had many students working as paid staff at the event. It was also a good opportunity to them. There is clearly a need for such an event. It was actually, the people were very happy and they gave us good feedback that we are having this kind of event, and they wanted that we will have this also next year. The event must be planned carefully with every detail considered, and it is recommended to make an agreement with some charity organization that they will collect any leftover toys so that we don't need to consider that after the event. And also security guards are extremely important for these kind of events, as people can behave badly when free goods are available. Actually, we didn't have this problem this year because we had so few people at the time there. There were only 50 plus. But in the first event, we actually had a big line and it was 200 people coming at the same time to the event. So that's why we had a little bit problems with the behavior of some people. So you can go to the next slide. I think I have, yes, it was this event. I have first impressions of this event last weekend. the number of visitors more than doubled from the first event. We had in the Friday's pre-collection, we had 100 visitors and 450 visitors on the day of the event. So I think this is a very good success for us. This time, toys could also be brought on the actual day of the event, which was actively marketed. And this ensured that visitors came to the event evenly throughout the day, rather than just at the beginning in large numbers. So that was what happened in the first event, and it was not good. I have put there that 1,000 swap vouchers were returned, but actually I checked the number, so it's 1,200 swap vouchers that were returned to the event's cash register, meaning that 1,200 toys found new homes at the event. And there were this year also very few toys left to donate. This year we had very few toys left to donate to charity, and this year we had only 40 liters of toys as a waste. So it's a little bit more than in the last event, but I think it's because we had more toys and more people this year. And so I think that if we could somehow estimate the number of the toys, so I think the percent would be quite same. So it's not so much to put the toys to the waste. And actually we had also this business that repaired the toys, so she took some of them to her repairing services point and gave them after that to the children. So I think this was my last slide. Yes, here's some photos from last weekend's event. So we have there this toy drop-off point and our two students there who are waiting for the people to come. And then there's also a photo of some toys and also, of course, our TREASoURcE advertisement. So thank you from my side.
Thank you very much, Jaana. That was also a fascinating experience. I think it was nice that you just had another event last week, and I think the numbers are actually impressive. It's getting more and popular, and I guess every time you do it, the more you learn, and as you said, you put more into the marketing, and you also enable people to come at the same day, right, to drop off and then to take some toys. So it's nice that you could implement all the time new approaches, so to say. But we don't have. Oh, we do have actually one question. Did you partner with toy manufacturing and selling companies?
Actually, we didn't. We wanted to have some second-hand toys only for the event, so we didn't have that kind of partners there. I know that the Pirkanmaa Welfare Organization did have that kind of partners last year, but our main goal was to give to the second-hand toys a new life with new children. So that was why we didn't have that kind of partners.
Mm-hmm. Right, thank you very much, Jaana. We'll go to Teele, who also will talk about toy swap, and we'll see how concept was replicated in Estonia, not only Tallinn, but I think that will be also interesting to know. So, Teele, are you here? I cannot still see the video, but okay, on the other page, yes. Hi. So
am I seen and heard?
Yes. It's we hear you and see you. Okay. So please, the floor is yours. Yes.
Yes, thank you. It's a very good place to continue with Tallinn case because Jaana has already told about the case which we where we got the idea to make the toy swap in Tallinn. and it's very good to continue from here. I am Teele from Tallinn City. I work in Circular Economy Department as a project manager, and in TREASoURcE I'm also a project manager from Tallinn side. Probably you all know where is Tallinn. It's the capital of Estonia. What you might not know is that Tallinn has been focusing more and more to circular economy in very different ways. For example, we are transforming our waste stations into circular economy centers. We have a circular economy department, which very many municipalities doesn't have. And we are making quite many different nudging toward the circular economy. You can switch the slide. Why we decided to make the TOIS web as a replication in Tallinn? Because at first the idea was to organize it in Tallinn only. We very much liked the Tampere's experience. It was something new to us, something which we hadn't done before, and it seemed doable and good way to make some good examples around children and their parents toward the circular economy. The TOIS web itself gives a very good opportunity to make an event in Waste Reduction Week. That's why we decided to organize it in the end of November. So it's a very new thing to us. Happened last week. And as the Waste Reduction Week is in the same time as Black Friday, so there is a kind of battle between those who are not forcing, but promoting overconsumptions and those who are saying that consume less and think what you need and consume only these things. And the TOIS web is very nice way to show people that you can enjoy and have fun and yes, feel good with getting something new, because a lot of people enjoy having new items, new things, but enjoyment can come from something that is not brand new, but it's just new for you. Can you switch slide, please? So after giving a thought about it, we decided not to limit the campaign, because we approached to the TOIS web by the campaigning, not organizing it by ourselves in one venue. So we decided not to limit the campaign with only the city, but make it nationwide. And therefore, as we might not, we as a municipality in Tallinn, we might not reach to nationwide, then we decided to ask if the Green School program, which is a part of Tartu Nature House, yes, if they would like to cooperate with us to organize the TOIS web campaign. They happily said yes, so we decided to make the campaign together. In the summer, we analyzed the Tampere's case, their best practices from there, and we also interviewed some kindergartens in Estonia and gathered their experience of how to organize a good toy swap. In September, we had a meeting with the Green School program, Green Flag School program, yes, and divided the responsibilities between us. And after that, we created a web page where we also uploaded an instruction how to organize the toy swap. We created posters and banners, which everybody who wanted to participate and organize it could download. And also, of course, we entered there a registration form and feedback form. And in October, we released a campaign. Yes, in October, the campaign began. It was in very early stage. We saw that the campaign was well received. More and more children institutions kept signing up to participate. So the campaign aimed at the different children institutions like schools and the kindergartens would participate and organize the toy swap in their own facility. So can you switch next slide, please? So the distribution was by, of course, our web page, but we sent out targeted emails to childcare institutions. We made news snippet to City of Tallinn webpage and in Tartu Nature House webpage. We made several Facebook posts. And after we saw that we have already more than 100 children institutions registered, we also created a press release. The deputy mayor shared the posting on her own Facebook wall. And a daily newspaper published a short online news piece in their website, and also the event was also covered in the national morning television show. Next, please. What we did as Tampere did and what we did different. The main difference was that in Tampere case, they had a very one certain area where they could campaign because they have one venue for the event. As we made it as a campaign, so we had very many different facilities around country where the toy swap took place. In Tampere's case, every citizen who wanted to participate and was located in this certain area could participate, but in our case, it was limited and participated, and only those people could participate whose school or kindergartens took part of the campaign. So it was more like community-based. And we didn't have side programs as Tampere had. But the system was very similar. Children brought their toys they didn't want anymore, we had suggestions what kind of toys were like more welcome. And after they brought their toys, they got a voucher or ticket, and they could exchange the ticket to get a new toy for them. Next slide, please. So we are still gathering some feedback to Padlet Wall. It's reachable for you all. If you want to check it out, there is a lot of pictures and some videos and feedback from participated organizations. But what comes out from there is that mainly everybody who participated are very happy about it. They enjoyed conducting the event, and children were very excited. The feedback was mainly very good. And what also was surprising for me, because at the beginning I thought that this kind of event is targeted to kindergartens only, but 20 schools also took part of it. You can switch slide, please. So about the numbers. We had 134 registrations. So 130 for educational organizations. Somebody has a question.
Yeah, let's maybe move on, Teele, and then we'll take from a question from Karme, I think it was. Yeah, let's move on.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, 57 of these institutions are located in Tallinn. 20 of them are schools, and 105 are kindergartens, but also 4 preschools and 4 hobby schools conducted the event. And we so far have got feedback, numbered feedback from 49 institutions, but we are waiting the feedback till the end of this week. But among these 49 institutions, more than 5,000 toys, books, and board games were exchanged. And among these 49 institutions, almost 3,000 children participated. So we can assume that probably around 10,000 toys were swapped last week in Estonia. You can switch slide. What feedback we also got was that more than 97% of the organization who gave us the feedback for so far said that the event should or could be annual or regular, and they would organize it certainly again. About 20% said that it was easy or very easy to organize it, and they very much appreciated the clear instruction that we gave. Almost all of them said that children were very excited, and it led to very good conversations in kindergartens and also at homes. Some said that some children had found it hard to give away toy, even if they didn't play with it anymore. And the toy exchange was seen as a simple and effective way to enjoy reuse. Last slide, please. And maybe three points that I would like to bring out as something that I put much focus on and thought through before starting to implement that campaign was that the event has to be very easy to participate in. And it means that if I would like, and I did like, that others are actually hands-on organizing it, I'm just saying how to do it, then I should make everything possible to make it very easy and simple to organize it for them. And also the messages have to be very clear, very easy to relate on. We had very nice visual that was also very much relatable. That makes also the point very much understood and easy to relate with. And the message has to be, the focus on the message has to be on the new experience. It's something nice to try on and not so much of the educational part of it, which comes with it, which comes with the TOEFL event anyway. But we don't so much have to talk about it ourselves by doing the campaign. That's it from me.
Yes, thank you very much, Teele. I think the numbers were really, really impressive, and I myself feel like really content that we did that and you did that, you coordinated. So thank you very much for that. My kid also had the same swap event in her kindergarten, and I can say it did bring joy for her, and she's like still sleeping with this unicorn that she swapped. So I think it's a great actually practice to show to children that as previously we said, that it doesn't have to be brand new, right? It can be actually a used toy, but it can still be new for you, and it can still bring joy. So I was just wondering, so we did not have this type of campaign before, right? In Estonia, this type of like massive, no. Okay. So this was the first time. Yes. Okay, great. So Jan, you have something.
Yeah, very short question, Teele. So could you just say something quickly about the motivation for choosing this format with the decentralized format instead of one location and having a nationwide campaign?
Choosing this format was because I think that when it's very likely that we get a lot more participants when we bring the event very close to the people where the logistics is. They do not have to go anywhere else, but the event comes where they actually are and spending their time anyways. That was the main reason why we chose that kind of approach. And why nationwide? Just why not?
Yeah, I think it was very good in terms of going to where the target group is. So it was a very good choice. Okay, thank you very much, Teele. We are very behind the schedule, but we'll still take swap box presentation by Anna. And because I think it's also an interesting example of swapping things. And now we move to a larger target group, so it's not only for children, but for everyone. So Anna, thank you for being here, patiently waiting to your time.
That's okay.
Yeah, so it's
very
fine.
interesting too.
Yeah, take your time, and we can discuss more quickly during panel discussion, so it's fine. So Please, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. My name is Gyüre-Szamosi, and I work as a special advisor at Fredrikstad Municipality in Norway. And I'm also the project leader for TREASoURcE here in our city. Magdalena talked already a bit about Fredrikstad. Just before we go further, you see on the slide here the swap box pictures from outside and inside, and that's what I'm going to talk about now. But you can go further with the slides, Jelizaveta. Thank you. So Magdalena already mentioned how big Fredrikstad is, and maybe I can add that it's a coastal city in the southeast of Norway, with a quite nice old town and a vibrant cultural life. There is a lot of festivals here in the summer, so we are a small city, but we are quite attractive. And we also like to say that Fredrikstad is the capital of circular economy here in Norway. But to be honest, I think this claim is a bit overstated. But that's true that a lot of companies working are deeply engaged in circular practices, and we have a long tradition of industrial symbiosis here in the city. Yeah, go further, please. Yes. I will talk about the concept first. As you see, or as you saw on the pictures, the first pictures, the swap box is a medium-sized container, actually designed as a self-service community exchange point. It allows a resident to leave and take usable items freely, supporting local reuse, of course, and reducing waste. So basically, you can bring or you can bring your stuff you don't need to the box, and if you find something in the box you like or need at home, you can take it home. So it's a quite easy concept, and I think it's quite easy to use. You just have to download an app, an Unlock app. It's on the picture here on the door of the container. So you just go there, and then you use the QR code, and you download this app, and you can just go in. And once you have downloaded the app, you have access to the box and ready to deliver and pick up items. Yes, so it's nothing else you have to prepare. The main target group are, of course, local residents, citizens and families, and our goals are to make reuse easy in everyday life, reduce waste, and offer a simple alternative to online marketplaces. Yeah, and of course, to strengthen this community connections through shared resources. Yeah, our motivation is that in Norway we often struggle with a strong buy new culture, partly because services are expensive and repairing or second-hand shopping can sometimes feel complicated. So the swap box shows how sharing and swapping can be both easy and enjoyable, and accessible actually every day in a week. We only accept items in good condition, such as sport equipment, toys and books, and small kitchenware or household goods and decorations. We do not accept broken items and clothes and furnitures. And that's because the box is quite small and there's a lot of used clothes markets in the city. So we thought that we have a lot of places to sell used clothes. So in this box, we will focus on other things. Yes, you can go further to the next slide about the development process. The project is a collaboration between several partners. It's Fredrikstad Municipality who initiated and coordinates this pilot. It's a pilot project. And there's a private company, Vitebox AS, who operates and maintain the container. And of course, local residents and community groups also play an important role by using it and spreading the word and giving feedback. The pilot runs from August now, so in 2025, until the February in 2026. And it's the container is located at Borgehallen Sports Arena, which is close to the city center, but not in the center. The project is funded by the municipality and also supported by the TREASoURcE project. The costs is around 4,000 euros for this 6 months trial period. So it's not so much money, but of course it's a cost the municipality has to cover. Yes, a little about a couple of words about the experience and about the challenges and what we did to fix these challenges. So you can, for example, some people they left, of course, or leave unsuitable items at the container, such as cardboard or clothing. We try to solve this with clearer messages and improved signages and better follow-up. But yes, you have to work with this continually. Another challenge is that the location is not the busiest area. It's not right the center. So based on this, we are considering moving the swap box to a more central location in the next phase. And actually the biggest challenge was securing the plot for the swap box. It turned out to be more complicated than expected. Although the land belongs to the municipality, our department was told that we still have to follow the standard application procedure and pay rent just like any external tenant. So basically, one municipal department should send an application and pay rent for the other municipal department, which is totally idiotic, if you ask me. But yeah, we resolved this by anchoring the project within municipal management on a cross-department level. And through several meetings with the leadership, and we clarified that the company and the swap box are non-commercial and do not advertise any product. So this helped establish internal understanding, and which allowed us to secure the plot without unnecessary costs. But of course, it took a lot of time to fix it. But this was the pilot, so hopefully next period will be much more easier. Yeah, you can go on, Jelizaveta. Yes, a couple of information about the impact and the reach. As I mentioned, it is a pilot, but I think despite it, the results are quite encouraging. We have an average of 5.7 visitors per day, which is quite strong for a pilot and for a not so central location. So until now, already quite a lot of items have been exchanged, with sports equipment and kitchen items being the most common. The project has also received a lot of positive attention. We have been covered in local media, newspapers and local radio, and other municipalities are now contacting us because they want to try something similar. So people say, and also the community feedback is quite positive. People say that the swap box is easy to use, fun, and quite practical. It creates a sense of shared responsibility, and it contributes to really to build a reuse culture in the city. Yes, please, Jelizaveta, to the next slide about lessons learned and future steps. Yeah, when we look at what worked well, the Swapbox stands out as a very simple and relatively low cost and easily replicable solution. The community engagement and the media interest has been also quite strong, and the cooperation between the public sector and the private operator has worked well. But of course, we see also areas for improvement. We need maybe a better location, more visibility, and even clearer information about what can and cannot be left in the box. And follow-up continuously is important so that the quality of items stays high. Yes, the next steps. We will continue the pilot until the February 2026 and then evaluate the outcomes. We want to explore new locations such as the city center, library, and maybe around schools. And we also would like to integrate the Swapbox more closely with our other circular initiatives, such as repair workshops or clothes swap and toy swap events to create together a stronger ecosystem around reuse in Fredrikstad. And of course, finally, we hope that other municipalities will join us and replicate this simple but quite impactful model. Yeah, I think that's it. Thank you for your attention and listening me, and yeah, I'm happy to answer any questions.
Yes, thank you, Anna. Do we have questions? So the audience hasn't been very active lately. I guess it's maybe we're coming to the end, and then the energy is going lower.
Yeah, maybe
as usually. Yeah, but actually, I had the question in mind. Where did you get this idea? Like the Swapbox? Yeah. So did it appear in some other municipalities in Norway or abroad? I guess how did it appear?
Actually, the company who's operating it, they took contact with us that they would like to test this as a pilot, and they want to find the municipality as a partner for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are they operating in other countries the same, or?
As far as I know, this company, that's the first pilot for them. But yeah, maybe they have seen the concept other places. But yes, our is the first pilot for them.
Yeah. It would be just interesting, yeah, to understand how we here talking about like a really small space that provides also a relatively small number of items, you know, to exchange. I understand this would be as a pilot, but are we aiming towards I know larger spaces where people are swapping things and just coming inside? Or I'm just thinking aloud what is like this ideal situation that we try to reach with this Swapbox.
Yeah, I think it would be nice with several boxes in the city. So maybe not a bigger one, but several one, not just one. Yeah.
But you had something I saw. I just didn't take it immediately.
Yeah, I was just wondering, do we have any statistics on sort of the number of items collected in the box compared to added to the box in the pilot period?
Yeah, I'm sure that the company is following this up because you have to register it. But I don't know the exact number now, but I can take contact with them and ask for a more precise. When I asked before the presentation, then they said that it's around 100 until now, but a bit above 100. but I'm sure that they have a more detailed list.
Jaana.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a technical department here in the Fredrikstad who is responsible for coordinating the box and holding contact with the company. So it's not me, but he, the technical department, wasn't able to participate today, so that's why I'm doing the presentation. So that's why I cannot answer more precisely your question, Jan. But I can ask them about that and then after send it to you.
Yeah, sure. But we do have something here in the chat. Let's take this question. So Matilda asks, at the beginning of the presentation, you referred to high service costs linked to buying new culture. So just out of curiosity, what are they specifically? What did you mean by high service costs?
No, I meant that that's why we have this buying new culture, because it's really expensive to repair things. So service is expensive in Norway. If a human resource is involved in something, then right away it's much more expensive. It's really expensive. So people just throw away what they and not trying to repair because it's so expensive that it's easier to buy new. So that's what I mentioned. That's what I meant here.
Yeah, thank you.
But I see in the chat that there is some other like that in Tallinn.
Yeah,
it's very nice. It looks much nicer actually than ours. It's like architecturally, it's much nicer visually. Ours is not really nice. It's really just a box.
Okay, but I don't know, Karme, if you want to comment on that. Are you familiar with that yourself, or you just saw somewhere? No. Okay. It's fine. So thank you very much, Anna. We'll now go to Karme cannot talk. We'll now go to a very short exercise that I prepared again at Slido. So I encourage everyone to go to slido.com and insert the code. I have a quick poll there, and let's see if it works. Let me know. And Jan, if you could also post into the chat the guidelines, so we can conclude the workshop with some engagement about the challenges in circular economy education nowadays. So I thought it would be interesting to understand, like, from your perspective, from the perspective of the audience. We have people from different countries. Which challenge do you think is most urgent to overcome if we think about circular economy education? And the options here are the following. So limited systems thinking, which means that circular economy concepts are actually scattered across disciplines. So this means we talk about circular economy, but we sometimes talk about engineering, sometimes talk about business, environmental studies, climate studies too. So there are a lot of biology sometimes, if we talk about also some bio waste, and so there are a lot of different things under this concept, and currently education systems, I think, struggle to teach this holistic approach. Then the second one is mismatch between theory and practice, and maybe this is something that we tried to bridge the gap today, like to show that there is practice in circular economy education, that we can do some things that are very practical and useful to understand this concept. And then also capacity gaps among educators. This is something we've maybe discussed with Maris too during her presentation, that teachers also, they lack training in circular economy competences. And since we have to also deal not with the children, but then with the teachers and the educators themselves. So let's just take maybe 1 minute still to think about those answers. I will also share those on the screen. Just a second. Okay, so wondering if you see the results. 1 second.
Yeah, we do, but now they're updating. Yeah.
Okay, you do see them. Yeah. Okay, but then our panelists, I don't know, anyone wants to comment what would be their choice in this question? So what is the biggest gap we have to start tackling, or biggest problem? So yeah, is it again like more practical things to include, or is it more to teach the educators, maybe teachers in schools to put emphasis on that, or maybe to like understand in the educational sector in general that circular economy is complicated, and maybe to take concrete subject in school that would be addressing this topic. Because at the moment I don't even know it. Circular economy, is it being taught during environmental studies, or is it like in economics, or is it part of some business subject at school? So so it's very multidisciplinary. So please, anyone. What do you think, Anna?
Yes, in our case here in Fredrikstad, it's absolutely the capacity gaps among educators. The teachers often lack training, but basic training actually in CE competencies, and they have a lot to do, other things to do, so they don't really feel enough energy to teach this, and they are also afraid that they don't know enough about this topic. So we are doing these school visits quite a lot every spring and every autumn, and it's always the same feedback that's why they don't do that. So yes,
Do they
yeah.
also lack materials? Like,
yes,
do
they also lack materials, and yeah, they don't have time to collect the materials. I'm sure that there is a lot of materials around on the internet and everywhere, but they just don't have the capacity to do that by themselves.
Yeah.
So now we also cooperated with Inspiria Science Center here in the region, who produced material for teachers they can use freely in the education about green energy and different other topics, and they targeted this material for different age groups. So it's quite useful, I think, because they really need that for teachers.
But Teele, I know you've been to schools in Estonia talking about circular economy. So what's your opinion? How is situation in Estonia? Also the same as in Norway, have a lot of room for improvement in terms of teaching.
Absolutely, we have a lot of room for improvement, and I'd say all these 3 answers are relevant to Estonia. Teachers, a lot of teachers are stuck to methods and knowledges that they have, and are not eager to facilitate anything new or new kind of thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's the main thing. But and actually, when you said or asked in which subject circular economy is taught, then I have to say I don't know. And is it taught at all?
Yeah,
When
yeah. So
I go, yeah, when I make these school visits, but it's not a part of my usual work, so it's not happening very often. So I have the feeling that these subjects aren't taught so much in elder grades because we have this Waste Wolf program, as you already very well know, and by this program we are educating about the circular economy, but it's only in the kindergartens and very low grades classes.
Yeah, yeah. And Kaisa, what do you think? What is the situation in Finland? I understand that your target group was different, but the perspectives of this online course that you presented are still like broader, right? For broad audience. I don't know, Kaisa, are you still here?
Yes, I'm here. Yeah. Well,
So
we
do
would
we
like
have can we hope for your course, for your online course, would give materials for us, for teachers maybe, and maybe this is the starting point now.
Yeah, I think it's a starting point in here because this course, I presented, or that original one, the piloted one, it's for the closed environment, so it's not available. And when I have been presenting this course or this idea, the concept here in Finland, I got the feedback that it should be, of course, open, or that kind of shorter sessions, and easier to for example pick for the teachers that, well, check this part of that bio-waste, how to recycle bio-waste in here in Finland, or something, a smaller part, because now you should go through and check all this long session one day, that per day, that's divided in the days. So that's the reason I'm now looking for new update, new versions, which can be then easily available for everybody. Something like that, for example, that Fredrikstad have, that there is the one topic and then you can concentrate on that. It doesn't need to go through everything or try to find the right place and so on. And also
Nice.
I have gotten a request from Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Finland, and they have been also interested in to have a showcase that how this kind of recycling practices could be presented in other countries. So I'm also thinking that if we could include that part as well, that make it even more general, but give that kind of overview, that what does it mean that you recycle something, that what you despite of the country or place where we are living, but give that idea that recycling is something valuable, and you should consider that as well. So let's see. I'm going to inform you when they are ready.
Yes. Okay. Thank you very much, all the participants, all the speakers. We're a bit behind the schedule, but I'm glad that most of you still stayed. We'll have a recording of this webinar that I will also share with everyone once I get it done. And I think as we leave this session, it's great to remember that circular economy is a mindset. So that we leave today, but we keep in mind that we ourselves individually can still do things like reuse, repair, and make less waste. So thank you once again for joining, and let's keep the conversation and action going beyond today. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye
Thank
bye.
you, Jelizaveta.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.